Welcome to southeast Germany and the surroundings of the idyllic Bavarian countryside for the final round of the 2019 Rotax Max Euro Trophy season. We're being hosted by the fantastic Prokart Raceland facility at Wackersdorf, just an hour and a quarter northeast of Nuremberg Airport by the local Autobahn. This is it. This is where it all ends. This is crunch time. There's no time for mistakes, no time for reprisal, and everything has to be put on the line here in Germany. We have 4 champions to crown, and we also have our remaining 7 tickets for the prestigious Rotax Max Challenge Grand Finals, which heads to Sarno for the 20th running of the event between the 19th and the 26th of October. So it's about put up or shut up, and keep fighting until the last checkered flag of the weekend. 85 drivers representing 16 different nationalities spread over 4 different classes would find the conditions somewhat treacherous on Saturday, with the weather coming in and throwing a curveball to everybody concerned. But before we look at the highlights and find out our champions and our ticket winners in 2019, let's have a look at just how truly fearsome this Prokart Raceland circuit can be.
Now Prokart has the slipstream advantage coming out of turn 14, the final corner. They go across the start-finish line. The final lap it is of the day for qualifying heats for Junior Max. Prokart right on the back bumper of Van Vrucht. Is he going to send it up the inside of turn 4? He does! Great job by Prokart. But now Van Vrucht really has a chance, and it's nearly side by side on the entrance into turn 6. And Sarno in the meantime has got up to 3rd, past Van Dijk, with Charlie Wirtz still there or thereabouts in 5th position as the young Austrian. Then it's still got Edquist, Maurice Schmeiss, Kai Hrelitz doing a great job in 8th position, just ahead of Silas Ritter, Marcel Sermach in 10th position. But look how close Van Vrucht is as Danny Van Dijk sends it up the inside of Andris Sarni on turn 12, and Charlie Wirtz tries to go through on the German 2, heading into turn 13. He makes it stick. This is going to be a run to the line for the top 5. What a close finish. Van Vrucht isn't going to get it. Prokart takes the win again. What a job by the Polish driver from Dan Holland Racing. And when I tell you that the top 5 separated by just under half a second at the flag, it was a run to the line. A couple of laps ago as the battle for leaders really heated up. It could be a Hunter 1-2 if Gilbert's not careful. But Gilbert's going to go for the lead. Is he going to steal it? Oh, they've been pushing and shoving beside. And well, my goodness me, Lewis Gilbert ends up getting slightly forced off track there. I think he just might have ran wide. We've got one more lap to go and the leader's already changed. And in the lead of it all, it's Sombor Kovac. Just behind it's Robin Knudson. Then we've got Kai Hunter, Teddy Clinton, we've then got Reese Hunter and Lewis Gilbert. Oh no, contact! That is absolute disaster for 2 of the drivers. Who's one of them? That's the 327. Andreas Heber was involved there. That's a real shame for that driver. Really fighting very well. And at the front, it is now, we have because the checkered flag's going to wave, and I don't think... No, the lead's changed again! Robin Knutsson's in front! You got then also Kai Hunter. And Reese is trying to go round the outside of Zombo Kovac through turn 12. I've never seen that one before, my goodness. Teddy Clinton, this could really spice things up. It's another run to the line, another qualifying heat in dramatic circumstance. And the winner is Robin Knutsson from KR Sport, my goodness. Wow. Let me just get my breath for a moment there. With all 24 drivers in the side-by-side rolling start formation, they enter into the tram lines. The Rotax Max engines roar into life, and we go lights out. Van Voort gets jumped by Van Dijk through turn 1 already, and it's side-by-side a little bit further down the order. 2, 3 abreast maybe going into turn 4 for the first time, but Pilker starting to get away, and there's been a major accident. So at the moment, this puts Van Voort on 16 points. And where Edquist is at the moment, the gap is, well, that would be 5 points in terms of the gap. So we further extend it to 9 in the favour of Van Voort in terms of a real-time championship virtual championship standing. But Van Voort is now going to be consistent. He knows that he needs to finish just a handful of points ahead following drop scores in front of Vilgot Edquist to do the double in Euro Trophy history. Maurice Schmeister's keeping quite close to them, but close enough not to have to worry about taking dramatic avoiding action if the two in front tangle. Whereas Van Voort has got his head down, he's right on the back bumper of Pilker, heading into turns 2 and 3. Can't get past the Polish driver from Dan Holland Racing quite yet, as we've gone now into less than 5 minutes to go. So we've got 17 on the clock. The battle for third is clearly heating up as there's another change. Schmeiss goes back past Schoenemakers, who tries to go around the outside, and Van Dijk is going to try and go up the inside of Schoenemakers, does the move. Schoenemakers retaliates and gets back into fourth, but now it's going to be the last lap for the first final, and Van Voort, it will be his advantage. It will be his to lose a bit later on when we start at 1 o'clock. And this is obviously subject to, these are provisional results pending any sporting and technical checks. But round the final couple of corners from Poland, it's going to be the 2.02 of Olli Pilker that wins the first of 6 finals here, and the first of 2 in Junior Max by just over 0.4 of a second. And it's game on. It's advantage Van Voort. Edquist on the back foot. Van Voort takes second. Silas Ritter, Gianni Andresani, Marcel Sermaj, Milan Ritter, Nikita Genza. That's the top 10. Do we go lights out? Yes! And Pilker is in first. Mike Van Voort already down into second. Or down into third place, it looks like. As there is a sea of colour heading into turn 4 for the very first time. And at the moment, in for position. Leaders come across the start-finish line. Gap between Pilker and Van Voort, 0.8 of the second. And it's a further 0.3 also back to Maurice Schmeiss, Lucas Schoenemakers, Danny Van Dijk. Charlie Wirtz has made some inroads, as has Kai Wielertz. Wirtz now up into 20th. Wielertz up into 22nd. As Jeffrey Fixer rounds out the 24 strong as the leaders come through the final corner. Pilker has a lead, but it looks to be truncated by Van Voort, and it's been halved. Pilker did a 51.918. Van Voort puts in, as in customary fashion from the young Dutchman, 0.4 of a second quicker, puts in the fastest lap of the race at 51.519 in the Junior Max season for 2019, as Danny Van Dijk takes the briefest of glances over his right shoulder to see where Olli Pilker is in relation to the back bumper of his kart. So gap between Van Dijk and Pilker at the moment is just under 0.3 of a second. Fastest lap, however, is by the young man in 14th. Charlie Vert's on an absolute flyer at the moment. 50.815 is his fastest lap, and he is trying to close on Dante de Pagna for 13th place. O'Kelly's Van Voosh now in second, 2/10 adrift, and it's closing. Oh, that was very, very squirrely going through turn 3 for Van Voosh as Van Dijk sends it up the inside. Could Schmeiss go through too? No, doesn't happen before they hit the entrance into turn number 5, and we did have briefly double waved yellows there off of turn number 4. So they come through turn 10, the short blast up to turn 11. What looks to be the penultimate time, I feel, as the timer now is on 10 seconds. But now for the final time, the checkered flag is being prepared for the conclusion of the 2019 season. And Van Voosh is just saying, let's just go forward, shall we? And here we go, checkered flag's about to wave. It's going to be 2 for 2 for Ollie Pilker, but provisionally speaking, Mike Van Voosh has done the double in Euro Trophy history. Last year's inaugural champion, and provisionally speaking, he's done it again. The youngster from Voxham in the Netherlands, what a great job. Knew how to... not in there in time, would be classified as a potential false start. False start has been called. Will we go lights out second time? Yes, we do. And Charlie Turner gets the whole shot off of position 2. He's going to be hung around the outside of drive by Hunter as they go into turn 4. As Lewis Gilbert goes up the inside of Teddy Clinton through turn 6 to get through to 3rd place. He's now leading Teddy Clinton and Charlie Turner. So it is a British 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And, well, the lead has definitely changed. And that has definitely gone in the favour of Lewis Gilbert. So he has made the move past the number 333 of Reese Hunter. So it is Kai Hunter versus Matilda Olsson for the lead. Olsson's going to go for it. She takes it! Cleanly done by Matilda Olsson up the inside. Great move there, and great work from our camera crew to pick that up. Just Olsson was in the tow, came out of the final corner, knew she had the run, and everyone else behind, as it's fast approaching that the top 10 could be line astern as Matilda Olsson goes back to retake the lead from Kai Hunter through turn 4. She gets pushed wide. Oh, bit of side pod rubbing there. Olsson there down into 4th place. And the top 11 now separated by just 1.7 seconds. In 11th place is Portugal's very own Guilherme de Oliveira. He's got a ringside seat as the youngster in the 3:14. 5-second penalty, and that is for Reese Hunter. That changes things dramatically there. So he will drop out of the, and that is a 5-second penalty. That's going to drop him way out of the order. As, oh no, the 395. That is Kai Hunter. What a shame for one of the brothers, and the other one's just been slapped in the face with a 5-second penalty. So final lap board, here we go. History is going to be made in a very particular way in just over 1,000 metres provisionally speaking. De Oliveira has flown his way up the field to 7th position. Could it be even in the top 5 by the end of it? But provisionally speaking, ladies and gentlemen, round turn 11 for the final time. Through turn 12 for the last time comes Uppsala's very own racer that is the 301 of Matilda Olsson, and provisionally speaking, that's it! The title returns to Sweden! So Matilda Olsson, 4 from 5, that's it, job is done. And there are 17 rows, 34 drivers in total. They get into formation. Do we go lights out this time? Yes, off into turn 1. And Hunter's got the march on Olsen, trying to go round the outside. Nyon bumps wheels with a 3.01 going into turn 3. And it's getting very, very... Charlie Turner's going to go round the outside of Matilda Olsen. Is he going to make his stick? That's a great move. Fantastic work from Charlie Turner. He said he's going to go for it. He's going to try and go for the lead up the inside, which looked to be everybody apart from Charlie Turner up to the bottom of the top 8 are in the sub 50 seconds. Well, that's not the case anymore, as Jerzy Spinkovic has just put in the fastest lap. As Olson and Kovac now occupy... Oh, there's been contact. Robin Knutsson and Jerzy Spinkovic came together going into turn 6. So De Oliveira in 10th, Max Stemmerdink in 11th, Vincent France now up into... Well, it looks like there's... Followed by Sombor Kovac and Cesar Gazo, as Turner is now menacing on the back bumper of Gilbert, tries to take a tighter apex through turn 4, and now has got Olsen breathing down his back bumper. She goes for the move on Turner and takes it through turn 6. What a great move there from the Swede. The final lap board. So top 6 now have made their way through the last hairpin on turn 12. Over the bump they go through turn 13, through turn 14. Olson looking a bit closer now to Gilbert. Is she going to go for it and seal the deal with a victory here in Wackersdorf? She could very well do. She took a slightly wider line than Gilbert, as number 315 of Jason Lockwood is definitely in a battle with the likes of Emily de Hoys and Max Stemmerdink a little bit further down the order. Olson might be biding her time, or is she just going to... Well, she said, if I try and attack Lewis Gilbert... Oh, there's a little bit of touching a little bit further down the order through into the exit of turn number 6. But we come through into turn number 11 for the final time. And now it's going to be the short blast down to turns 13 and 14. Checkered flag is being prepared. And here we go, it's going to be a strawberry 1-2. Well done, Lewis Gilbert, and congratulations to Matilda Olson. Strawberry 1-2, Dan Holland Racing 3-4. KR Sport in 5th, thanks to Sombor Kovac. Side by side, 14 minutes on the clock plus an additional lap. We go into the tram lines for the final time before the lunch break, and we go racing. What a move from Nicholas Grains to slingshot past David Remy, who I think might be out down into 4th position by turn 3. That is the case, as Manuel Tenchert also makes his way past. And it's 3 Nyon 4 abreast going through the exit of turn 4 towards the back part of the field as Michael Becker is now pretty much going to be confirmed as a retiree, so that leaves us with 25 DD2 and DD2 Masters drivers. The Enisis Liveris tries to go right up the inside of the number 433, and that's really going to spice things up because it's going to go down to the wire depending on what else happens. Now David Remy is in 3rd, which puts him on 16 points. So before any sort of drop scores, in terms of a virtual championship standing between Jakub Bezel and Zanab Triblak, the gap is 1 point, including a drop score over the last 5 races thus far. So at the minute, Brzezowski is still leading the classification in terms of the DD2 Masters in this race. He's currently 13th on the road. So the full running order with 4 minutes and 8 seconds to go is Zanab Triblak leading from Niklas Grens, David Remy in 3rd, Christian Sorensen in 4th, Manuel Tenchert in 5th, as Sorensen is closing on Remy. Grens in the meantime is trying to close up through turn 3 on Triblak. Manuel Tenchert in 5th, Ville Villainen in 6th place, having started 7th, Jakub Bezel in 7th, Lukas Horstmann and the number 432 of Oliver Breitenbach who started down in 19th and now is 9th, is ahead of Jan Schwitter from Switzerland in that class, because Christoph Adams is clearly quicker and quicker than the Swiss driver. So, last lap board it is, just over 1,000 metres to go, title. And he's one race away from maybe doing something very special indeed, as Sander Triblak has kept Niklas Grenz at bay for the last half of this race. Grenz is going to try and think, can I get past him? I don't think it may happen as the leaders come through turn 13, turn 14 for the final time. Sander Triblak takes the win. What a drive from the Belgian. Get the lights out for one final time here in Germany, as Triblak gets very defensive very quickly, as looks like Manuel Tencher's got up the inside of David Remy, who's now dropped down to 5th, maybe even make that 6th by, that's 5th place. And Remy's having none of it and trying to go up the inside through into turn 3. That pushes Tencher a little bit wide. And Gertler is waiting to pounce, and the pair of them got through relatively unscathed as the leaders changed, as Sorensen gets past Triblak, who tries to counter-attack through the exit of turn 6, but the 425 makes his way past and takes the lead. 49.910 with Ronnie Gertler not that far behind with a 49.944. So those are the only two drivers out of the entire field, the entire 25 grid, driver grid that is still circulating thus far. Ville Leinen looking a little bit lonely now in 6th place ahead of David Remy. Then we got Mark Bartels. Dionysius Liberis now up into 9th place and moving forward at a great pace there. He's just done his personal best of a 49.883. Leaders come across the start-finish line gap between Sorensen and Bezel. Now just over 7.5 tenths, 0.774. And Dionysius Liberis goes and sets another fastest lap of the race. So Liberis clearly got the bit between the teeth. 1 minute 44 plus an additional lap to go. Sorensen has got a lead of now 8 tenths of a second. This is going to allow the likes of Bezel, Tencher and Ville Leinen to do their utmost. But Christian Sorensen, who gets his head down, extends the gap between himself and Jakob Bezel to now what is just over 9.5 tenths as they go into turn 4 for the final time. Is going to wave, and it's for the 425 of Christian Sorensen, who punches the air with one hand with victory. Jakob Bezel takes 2nd, Manuel Tencher takes 3rd, ahead of Ville Leinen, with Sander Triblak taking 5th at the flag, having started from pole position.